Chapter 16, Princess Rila. They went down into the watery tunnel. The steep and dripping slope with rocks were slick beneath their feet, and the darkness about them was deep, except for the little circle of light cast by the lantern in the Enchantress' hand. She was waiting for them beside the wall of the strange building that stood partly hidden beneath the water, and there was something in the look of it which made them all instinctively lower their voices, as if they had come to a place where great things had once happened and ought not to be spoken of lightly. As Darrell drew near, he saw the wall was covered with carvings. At once he knew they were no common markings, but the runes of the ancient Undines, the water fairies of whom his uncle had once told him long ago. He remembered, as children remember such things, how his uncle had taken down an old manuscript from the library shelves and shown him the flowing signs, speaking at the same time of the people who had once lived in the lake before men had grown proud enough to think themselves its true masters. Then something happened which surprised him even more, for the Enchantress looked at the writing and began to read it aloud. "Come into the temple of Queen Ambrose and worship the goddess of water, Becca, who gives us life." Darrell looked up at the dark shape of the building with a curious feeling, half awe, half sorrow.
"Then this is the great temple of Queen Ambrose," he said. "My uncle told me of it. He said that long ago the Undines lived in this lake before the kingdom of Posa was ever founded."
Extar frowned thoughtfully.
"I have known many kinds of creatures," he said, "and counted some of them as my friend. Yet I have never heard of these Undines. What are they?"
Darrell was silent for a moment before answering, as though he were reaching back through more years than his own life contained.
"The village where I grew up,"
he said at last,
"was older than a posa, called Fate Atoll, and it was a place of farms and orchards, but old friendships. The big South Fairy folk lived there in the valley too, and they taught our people how to live more gently, not only with one another, but with beasts, birds, and all growing things. At harvest time, they would sit with us at table and tell stories of the elder days, when the world was fairy and of men not yet have been shut up so far apart. And they showed us, my grandfather, old magical writings, and he copied them what he could on parchments. Those parchments came at last to my grand uncle, and when I was a boy, he showed me them to me. That was how I learned of the Undines, who lived in the Great Lake, which is where they were once called Marif. But by the time Posa was founded, they were gone.